¿Qué sopa familia? ¿Cómo va la vaina? It's your girl Kenny Ken from Guided Affirmations, bringing the Aries, Sun, and Moon placements, their monthly community para el mes de agosto for the month of August. This is a generalized reading for the Sun and Moon placements of the Aries. If you would like a personalized reading, you can click the link in the description box below and you can slide in my DMs and then we can book a little something for you. But you guys already know the vibes. Let's get into some breath work. We're going to do 6 deep breaths today. So we're basically going to breathe in and allow our bellies to fully expand, expand, expand. And then on the exhale, allowing for the contraction to like fully release all of that air, fully release all of any unconscious tension, any unconscious like mental fog that we may be having, all of those yappy thoughts that just be driving us nuts. Just really release them with our exhale. It's fully about intentional breath, but also just about feeling our bodies in general. And with that being said, please, por favor, listen to how your body moves. So if you need to inhale or exhale before I say so, it is totally fine. Also, if you need to exhale out of your nose or your mouth, like if you need to switch it up, that's totally a-okay. Listening to our body is key, just because our body guides us in so many different ways that it's so important to keep an ear open for it. But voy a parar de hablar. I'm going to stop talking y vamos a respirar. We're going to get right into the breathing. So remember, 6 deep breaths y vamos a comenzar y vamos a inhalar. Inhala y exhala y inhala y exhala. Inhala y exhala. 3 más respiradas, 3 more breaths. Inhala y exhala. Inhala y exhala. Y la última respirada, the very last breath. Inhala y exhala. Okay, let's get into dry mouth. Hold on. Let's get into the monthly theme for the Aries, Sun, and Moon sign, just to see what is the theme present for you guys. Honestly, I fake like this. I think I said that in another video. It like totally sets the whole tone for the entire reading, which I think is super dope. But let's see. Vamos a ver. What is the monthly? What am I saying? What August theme will be present for the Aries, Sun, and Moon sign? What August theme is present, Spirit? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. If you go back, you can see that when I cut, it was definitely on this. So we have the Cup in reverse. And off rip, this is A, it's number 25. B, the coin's in reverse too, which is so interesting because one of the meanings for this card in reverse, I thought of 2 of them. I thought of respite, which basically just means like rest, and like just really taking care of yourself and like really almost like refilling back your cup up, because it's in reverse, right? So it's like the cup is not full. Like you're not to say that you're not healing, but like you're almost like I get to it later, like I don't have time. But yeah, and then with the coins, no, that's not what I'm saying. So that was one of the words. The second word that I thought of was literally addictions, which this one is crazy. This one is crazy. It's even crazier because I think Pisces had something similar, or I was like picking up on something similar with that. But like the addictions and the coin in reverse really like bring that all together. And then like my brain literally just thought, like, what if avoidance is one of your addictions? Like what if that's what you're addicted to, like avoiding and like actually like investing your energy in that instead of actually investing your energy into fully integrating all of the things that's coming up. Like maybe it feels really heavy, and that's why I totally feel you on that. But I urge you to take it one step at a time, right? Literally, like take it one step at a time. Like you don't literally, my therapist used to say, you don't really have to open that door. Like you can see what's on the sign and you can go through it whenever you want. Like, and that kind of seemed like a very hard concept, because it's like, what do you mean you don't have to go through the door? The door is open. Like what? But like we don't have to go through all the open doors. Like we can literally just be like, oh, maybe not. The door will reopen itself another time. And it's just like, I'm still mind blown by that concept. So if if you feel like, what the fuck, like, I totally feel you. Don't even worry, because I'm still like, we don't have to go through all of the doors. Like, trust me, it's definitely a battle, but it's possible, right? You can just know, like, hey, this is coming up, and put a pin in it and literally revisit it when you feel like you have a little bit more energy, because with the cup in reverse, it really does speak on not fully having all of the energy that you need. So definitely find ways to revitalize yourself, Aries. But let's see, what is the overall shadow theme presenting itself for the Aries sun and moon sign? Overall shadows theme presenting itself. We're gonna ask for 2 cards, please. Do carta, por favor. What is the overall shadow energy presenting itself to the Aries sun and moon signs? Overall shadow. Ooh. Okay, one more, please. One more, please. One more card. So far we have impede, which is so interesting. We was just talking about avoidance. One more. Oop, there we go. Funny. Anyways, we have impede, and then we have clarity. And hilarious, because we really were just talking about avoidance. And like, I mean, impede is more about like basically almost like stopping yourself, or like here she's blindfolded and it says like unseen issue. And I feel like just going off of the idea of avoidance, and then with clarity right next to it, it's literally giving that. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's literally giving that, because it's like through the work, there's always clarity, right? Through the work, there's always clarity, even if it's clarity that we don't want. And sometimes I feel like that is really why some people avoid. I won't say that everyone avoids for that reason, but I feel like that is why some people avoid, right? Like, because sometimes we already know the vibes, but we don't want to believe the vibes are true. So it's just basically asking yourself really and truly, like, what stops me from going there? You know, what is it that I don't necessarily want to hear, or I don't want to see, if I do go there? Because if something keeps presenting itself to you, like, the universe is like, when are you gonna sit down? When are you gonna sit down? Like, because I'm gonna force you eventually, like, and you don't want to be forced to do something that you don't want to do. Like, trust me, you don't. You really don't, because it's not a vibe. It's really not a vibe. I mean, it's worth it in the end because of the clarity, but it's just like, it's a process, and it can be a process that's way longer than needed. So it's definitely interesting. Definitely ask yourself, what is it that, I done totally forgot the whole question. What did I say? What is it that I don't want to see, or what is it that I don't want to know? Like, you know, and then after you ask yourself that question, ask yourself, how does it make me feel to like imagine those things, and like, how does it make me feel to like live in that moment, really? So that way, like, you kind of already prep yourself for like your emotional state. It's why I love journaling, and like prompts. Some people don't like prompts, but like, I think prompts are A1, especially when you're like in a good like meditative state to do them, because you really can like see from a very observatory like level where your ego comes in, and then where your emotions come in. And then after you're done, another tip I did not know you should do is go back and read them. Like, I was just writing and dipping afterwards, like, okay, got all of that out. As you can see, I also like fake avoid, but that's not what we're talking about. Another good tip is to read them, and since reading them, you see so differently, 100%, because like, when the ego hits, you be like, oh wow, I'm tripping. Like, I'm tripping. And the best person to call yourself out is you, like 100%. But let's see overall energy coming forward for the Aries Sun and Moon placement. Spirit, 3 cards, please. What is the overall energy coming forward? Okay, those didn't really flip over. They were about to. What is the overall energy coming forward for the Aries Sun and Moon placement? 3 cards. Tres cartas, por favor. Overall energy coming forward this August. Ooh. 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards, please. So far we got the Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes the Wheel of Fortune like trips me up. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yo, I've been doing readings and lately Judgment keeps coming up. OD. So we got the Wheel of Fortune. And then we got Judgment. And then we got 6 of Swords, which is so interesting. This is so interesting. So interesting. OD, because like life must goes on. Like life must go on regardless of if you avoid, regardless of if you repress, if you literally take things on head first. Like life must go on no matter what, is really what I'm getting from this Wheel of Fortune card. Especially with the 6 of Swords and the Judgment. Like this whole liquid tree spread thing, like it's really wild, because it's like life must go on, and no matter what direction or journey or like path you decide to take, right? No matter how you decide to move through whatever is happening for you in August, like you're gonna make it to the other side. Like I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but like you're definitely gonna make it to the other side. You're definitely gonna make it, like, and it's gonna almost feel like you didn't go through what you went through, and like when I say that, I mean it in a way of like it's gonna come with so much ease in that sense, right? It's gonna come with so much ease that like you can literally turn your back on it without a doubt and be like, oh well, like why was I even worried about this? Like, you know, why was I tripping? Because I did it. Like I'm here, and I'm like literally just like kind of like literally how they're like rejoicing, like literally just rejoicing to be in a new space, to be in a new setting, to be in like new skin, right? To fully like leave with newer thoughts, especially with the 6 of Swords. Like we can't see anybody's face here, but like just like them giving like their backs is really giving me this idea of like 8 of Cups, even though this is not 8 of Cups, but it's like really giving me this idea of like, yo, moving on in a way that literally benefits self, right? And you can be like literally moving, like who knows, you can literally be moving and like moving yourself out of like situations and finding real like peace and like real serenity and calm, like real elevation, right? Real almost like a coming to home, especially with this Judgment card and the Wheel of Fortune, because it's like really just about like life fated events, and what is already written will happen. But if you're not moving like physically from one space to another, it could really just be a move of mentality, a move of like reparenting, but actually like doing it with a little bit more ease, because let's be real, that shit is hard as fuck. It is hard being a parent, period. I don't have a kids, but like being a parent, period, seems hard from what I've seen. But also just like a parent to yourself, it's like, whoa. Whoa, I make the rules here and I gotta enforce them on myself. I was gonna say 10-10 don't recommend. I do, however, but that's the point here. Yo, I really just be laughing with myself. This is crazy. But now the point here is really like just the sense of moving on, and the sense of like closing chapters and closing doors. I'll stick to that analogy, like closing doors with like the lesson on your heart, and not like on your shoulders as weight and baggage. Like it's literally within your soul and within your spirit for you to move forward, and for you to just like take life for exactly what it is and exactly how it like literally propelled itself before you. But I'm gonna see if that's really all that I had to say. This is kind of fire though, because even with this 2 of Swords, like It's hella fire. It's just fire. Sorry, I thought I had something to say about the Two of Swords, but I don't. Like, don't. I guess what I do have to say is, like, don't fight it. Like, definitely don't fight it. Don't fight it. Like, you can be guarded, but know when to be guarded. I think that is a very important thing, to know when to be guarded, because we don't always have to. But yeah. And just, I'm gonna sit with this for a little bit and see. But it does feel done. It feels very much complete. 10, 20. It's just like 10, 10 on the Roman numerals. Yeah, very much complete. It feels very much complete. So vamos a terminar ahí y vamos a respirar 3 veces. That's 6. 3 veces. Let's close out with 3 breaths. Yeah, so let's breathe in and then breathe out. And then breathe in and then breathe out. And our very last breath, breathe in and breathe out. Aries, Sun, and Moon placements. Muchísimas gracias por ver este video en su interior. To watch this video in its entirety, don't know if I said that right, but thank you very much for that. Por favor, déjame un corazoncito blanco if you feel like this video resonated with you. Leave a white heart in the comments. You can also slide in my DMs via the link in the description box to book a personal reading with me. But until then, know that I'm sending you love, know that I'm sending you warmth, know that I'm sending you all of the big abrazos, and know that I'm sending you all of the sweet honey for the second, for this day, for your weeks to come, and for your entire month of August. Ciao.